Alright, how's it going, guys? So, yesterday we got all of these machines set up over here so we can start making our tech data stuff. And we need to get this set up today so we can start making hydrogen. Because that is going to be an important part of what we need to do. I do want to show you real quick that I made a setup up here for doing the hydrofluoric acid and copper. We're completely full up on copper because there's no modules running right now and no science running. And science-wise, I want to start busting through these, and I do believe since we leave it running, as long as we can actually get through 2 of them. So let's do this one, and then we'll do this one. That'll be more efficiently making our 3 main fluids. And that'll start the copper back up and running. So we need a thermochemical separator to separate water into oxygen and hydrogen. But it only works off of heat. And I was thinking we have this old design up here that really isn't doing much anymore. We have 2 other reactors now that can keep everything going. I don't think... Oh, this one is actually running. I was going to say, I didn't think this one was actually running. But that one's running, this one's running, and actually this one is running at the moment too, so we actually must be... Oh, we're only creating 7 of 1.6, so yeah, we should be good to decommission just a little bit of this one to use for that. We only get up to about 570, and this is only 500 degrees down here, so I don't think it would work too well if we just threw it at the very end. Like if I was to throw this, say, here, and we do that, it is going to start gaining heat, but if you look at the temperature, since we're pulling the temp out, it's not going. So I do believe we'd have to pull a few heat exchangers out of here so it wouldn't be they wouldn't be consuming all of its heat. But we're going to let this go ahead and fill. And while it's doing that, I'm going to see if I can get some water into this thing. So if we go like that, we can get the water in from up here. There we go. That'll get our water in here. And you'll see it's not doing anything because, well, it can't currently. And I did go ahead and make a couple silo tanks. So let's go ahead and get them put in up here. And we're going to run this one up to there, and we're going to have to run this one up like that. Why did that? There you go. Alright, let's move. How do I want to do this here? Because they're a little bit too close. Like that. But I can put this one here, and we can move this one up to there. That should work well. Alright, so we're still going up, but we're only at about 300. And our power's starting to go down, so it's kicked back on. So it'll start raising the power back up now, or the heat back up. We're at 300 already. And I may even change out the clock down here, or the timing, so this thing just eats thorium all the time. But I kind of, if I did, I would still just take out this part here to where it can't put one in unless there's one taken out. Let's see, we're at 340. Alright, I'm going to let this thing build and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so I had to go ahead and force feed this thing one more because it stopped at 491. I just threw it here in the hand so it wouldn't mess up our circuitry there. We're just about ready to hit 500. So there we go. We are now making our hydrogen and our oxygen, which is coming up here and into our tanks. So now we need to look at our tech data here. Fusion is the one we're working on. We need lithium and protium. And apparently in an oil refinery we get from, is that 100,000 hydrogen? We get 99,998 protium atoms, 10 deuterium atoms, and 1 tritium atom. So let's go ahead and I'm thinking we should probably make a tank for 2 of those. I don't think we're going to need it for the tech stuff. The stuff we're going to need for the tech stuff. But for the deuterium and the tritium, we probably should. Because we're going to use those for fusion. At least that's usually what they're used for. And we need a few things here to make a oil refinery, which we can easily grab off the belt line down here. So we need a little bit of steel. We need a little bit of stone brick. There we go. And this is going to take a while. We probably are going to have to make multiple of these thermochemical separators here. And it looks like as long as it's above 500, it's going to run, which is quite nice. In that little bit of time, we've made a little bit of time. We've made 6.6K, and we need 100K. So we're definitely going to need a couple more of these, I'm guessing. But let's go ahead and look at what we're going to do here. So we need this one, and that's going to give us the 3 that we just talked about. And we can do this. There we go. And we can put one of these up here, connected down there, and that'll take care of giving it power. And then, let's see, the protium is the first one. This one we just want to send up and out of the way. Then we want to send the deuterium into here and the tritium into there. So just like that. And then the actual protium needs to go in a research fuser. Use this fuser to learn the basics about nuclear fusion. With enough data, you will be able to build net positive fusion machines in the future. Alright, so let's go grab one of those. Let's see, those would be the first one we did. So we'll grab one of them. Why is this not running? Doesn't have enough low density structures. Oh, I took out the thing that was bringing in the low density structures because I didn't think I needed it anymore. Well, crap on a cracker. That's actually kind of an issue. No, wait a minute. The low density structures is coming in on this line. It's not got enough plastic? How does it not have plastic? What did I do wrong? Nothing. We have no plastic on the... that's what I did wrong. I was going to say, nothing in the factory is really running right now. I should have tons of plastic. Okay, so at least I got one of them. I hate it when those things get turned around backwards. Alright, and see, this thing turns on as soon as we use one little bit of power out of our batteries, it kicks on. So I think this won't be too bad of an idea. I may even go ahead and take out like a little bit of this over here and put in another one, but we'll see. We're at 6.7 there, 2.8 there. I might actually put a pump in here to kind of suck it through a bit faster, because we really don't want to store this stuff. I might even just take this tank out, because we really don't want to store the hydrogen. We want to use it, we want to turn it into the atoms as quick as possible here. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab a pump. And we can break that, put that in there, switch that out for that. That will pump that tank dry, or should. 0.7. Oh, it's not pumping it dry because it's not got it actually on the... Well, it's not even really pulling it out of that pipe either very fast. I'm going to have to put that pump right on the tank. So we'll throw it there. And that should pump that. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we can get rid of that. We can get rid of all of this. And we will just run this instead up to here. Over like that. And then that will just run it straight in there and get things taken care of. So now let's look at this research, which apparently we cannot rotate, which is strange. So it has to be sent in through the top. And we have fusion data with lithium and protium, lithium and deuterium, deuterium and tritium, and deuterium alone, or protium alone. Now, the protium alone only takes 20K, If we do it with lithium, it only takes 100. So we're definitely going to do this. And then we got to get the lithium in, which figures this thing's going to take it from the other side. I don't like the fact that you can't rotate it. That is very, very strange. Let's get these rocks out of here. And we're going to go ahead and put it right here. And we can run this over into there. There we go. That'll take care of that. We want that one. Go ahead and just put one of these up here. That'll take care of powering it. And we're still going to wait forever for that thing to get done. And our reactor is back off. Let me... Actually thinking, we have a ton of that thorium, but we also, from running all of that thorium, have a butt ton of uranium-233 here that we've not used. So make a uranium-233. We just need a little bit of 238 and some aluminum composite. So let's go ahead and just make a thing right here, because we've got the composite stuff coming in right here. So we can just throw it right here. We'll put a provider chest here. We'll tell it to give us not 235, 238. We'll set this for, we'll say 20 at a time is fine. And then we also need the 233. 20 of those is perfectly fine for that. It's going to pull it from buffer chest, so that's fine. And we can throw that there. Then we just need one of these, one of those. And there we go. That'll get those made. And then we can do one of these into a storage chest. And we'll set this for the 233 rod. And we have our first two there. And let's come down here. Well, actually, we can just request the thing, actually. Let's come back up here to our reactor. And let's copy out the reactor. And, oh, I can't quite fit it in there, but I can put it right here. So we're going to put one right there. We've got plenty of them. And then we're going to run this down through here. This is going to be kind of wasteful to do it this way, because we're not running it on a... we're not running 1x2 or a 2x2, but we're not really worried about it. What is getting attacked now? How in the world are they getting into there? Well, at least they're not far away. I had this happen earlier. They keep getting into weird places. Oh, and you're a big bastard, too. Oh, there you go. Alright, so I'm going to have to look at... because they can't come in there. They can't come in here. They shouldn't be able to get in here. They would literally have to run all the way up through there to get into that area. So maybe that's what they did? It's possible, I guess. So I need to just connect this over there to close that gap up. Alright, we'll check that out in a little bit. Well, I'll check it out after we get done. Alright, so that's done. And if we come down here and look at our things, we should have 382 of them left, along with some in there, so we've got plenty. So now we've got this one that we want to do. This is the efficiency 3, or effectivity 3. We want to go ahead and do this one and get that one taken care of. Alright, so now we actually have this, which is heating up. And we're going to put a requester chest right here. And give it one of those. And you know what? Let's just move that up one so we don't have to mess with it. And we'll tell this that we want the 233 fuel rods. And actually, you know what? Let's just tell this we want one. Then it'll only try to put one in at a time, which I think will be better. So it should start bringing that up. It'll feed it in here. Well, when it has charge your butt up. Bring me my thing. There we go. And then that'll feed. And this is literally just to feed this separator. It's all we have it here for. And it looks like this, even though the, well, no, I guess that heat pipe is, it's slowly trying to go up. But this looks like it's eating it as fast as it can. Let's go ahead and let's see, what is, I want to see this thing. Yeah, see, it's barely going up. It's going up, but it's going up slow. Let's see, fuel value is 10 gigajoules. And my guess is a lot of it's going to make steam because we are out of steam here. Let's try. We can't really cut the heat there. I was thinking we could cut the heat a little bit there. And with this thing running, we're probably never going to turn on the thoriums again. Those are losing heat. This is now losing heat because those are taking it. Alright, let's put another one of these in right here. No, let's move that down. Let's just literally connect it right to the reactor. And let's see how that works. If we just run it directly off of that reactor. Let's see if that reactor can... We can delete these pipes for right now. And then we're going to have to connect up these. And we want our hydrogen literally going straight up, so that's fine. There we go. And we have our consumed fuel, which we're going to have to set up a thing to the same thing we have for our we'll have to set up a centrifuge over here. Let's see what it actually does. I should have some centrifuges on me. I thought I did. Okay, well, there's two ways to skin a cat. Just oh yeah, I definitely don't. Alright. Well, we can just copy this and we'll place it right here. They will bring it up, get rid of this stupid wall, and we'll see what that actually does. We'll make a we don't want a storage chest. We actually want a active provider chest. That way it instantly gets pulled out as soon as it has a place to put it. So there we go. That'll get rid of that. Heat is working its way up slowly. Alright, so let's take a look at this. We need uranium-233, that's from thorium. Plutonium comes from uranium-235. That's MOX 233, which is just going to give us more 238 back. So if we want plutonium, we actually have to use 235. Otherwise, we're just going to get 238 back. Alright, and that's going to need the corrosive thing that's going to give us the waste and have a chance of giving us the empty container back. Alright, so we'll just move this down and put it with the regular centrifuge stuff down there later. And we're still slowly building heat here. I might actually put in a second one of these reactors to feed it. Give me a second. Let me rework this a little bit and see how much we can maximize the power into this bad boy. Alright, so this thing is up to power. We've got to get the... I missed a pipe. There we go. So we're up at 800. And it's going as fast as it can. And that's with 2 reactors. Alright. And let's go ahead and we can throw in speed modules. Speed it up and see how that does for heat. That actually keeps it neutral. So we're not gaining, but we're not losing. Alright, so 2 reactors running full bore. We can just keep this thing running. So that's good. So if we need to do even more, which I'm guessing we most definitely are going to want to, I might just see if I can do a 4 reactor design and see if that can run like 2 of these. I may even be able to do 4, but I don't think so. But I will go ahead and play around with that a bit, see what we can end up with. We do have down here the setup we did to make the 235. We have actually got it completely full. So these things are running all the time and keeping their buffers here full. So we're creating 235 all the time. And we've got 1.5K in here. So I can start making nuclear fuel instead of just using rocket fuel. And I had a really goofy idea, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. We've got a bunch of wood, so I thought I would set up a boiler and then run the steam from it into a heat exchanger. But you can't do that because it has to take heat. I'm trying to figure out how to use solid fuel instead of just nuclear fuel to make heat. And we really don't have a way of doing that. I wish we did. Because I have tons of wood I could get rid of. But I'm going to go ahead and let this run. I'm probably going to come up here into this area and play around a little bit. See what we can get for a bigger reactor design. And maybe even start running some 235 so we can get plutonium. So it looks like the 235 is 10 gigajoules. The thorium is 6. The MOX is 14, but the MOX uses plutonium. And again, the MOX is only going to give us 238 back out. So if we used the 235, we would get a little bit of plutonium out of it. It takes 6 used ones of those to make 1 plutonium. And it takes 1 plutonium to make the MOX. So if we ran 6 reactors off of 235, we could run 1 reactor off of MOX, sort of. The energy value isn't quite the same, so it probably wouldn't come out exact there. This one is 10, so we could run 235s and 233s together, and they would put out about the same amount of heat at the same amount of time. And then we have high energy MOX, which uses 235 and plutonium. And that's 28 gigajoules. And what do their spent fuel come out as? Could we not do that until we got to this one? I actually don't see the spent fuel canisters in here. Let's look it up real quick. Fuel high. That is needed for a portable nuclear reactor. That's a different portable nuclear. Oh, that's a portable nuclear reactor, not the fusion reactor. It's also needed for a train nuclear reactor, which I still need to mess with. And apparently, it just dies. It doesn't give you crap. Huh. Okay. So they give you lots of stuff, but there's no byproducts from it. It's just dead. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to play around, see what I can do. Oh, hey, look, we actually got enough to run it once. So we actually have our Protium in here and ready to go. Alright, well, next time we'll set up getting the lithium in here. and check this bad boy out. It can run a whole bunch of modules. So, yeah, with that, I will see you guys next time.